Hey everyone, this is Fishing Bass NC. I'm coming at you this month, which is March of 2022, with two boxes this month. One is the Mystery Tackle Box Elite, and the second one is Monsterbass. So we'll start off with the Mystery Tackle Box Elite, and we'll show you what's in the box. Alright, I usually take out the paperwork first every month. Oh, this is pretty cool. They have a Carl's Beard contest, and it tells you how to enter on the back of this thing. But anyways, you hold it up, and there's Carl's beard. Pretty cool. I'll have to see if I can take a picture of that and send it in. Then, next thing we got for paperwork is the Cycle Bait Underspin. This is by 10,000 Fish. And I'm assuming we have one of these in the box. But there's a little card explaining the Cycle Bait Underspin. Then we have the Dibble Digest. This is the digest that has all kinds of tips and tricks and just information inside. And on the back here, looks like they got a little game to play. But this is always a good read. There's several pages in this month. So if you get one like this, I'd recommend just reading it down. It's a pretty good read. And for the sticker of the month, this month we got this right here. A bass fighting, looks like a stand-up jig. So that's pretty cool. I like that. All right, we got the what's in the box. Has what's in the box and it has the prices as usual. We're gonna go from top to bottom and tell you what's inside and how much it costs. So first thing we have is the Lunker Hunt Easy Prey. Saw one of my buddies out there, Foulmouth Fishing. Check out his channel if you get a chance. He does a great job. But he did a box opening a couple days ago, and he has the same box. So he talked a little bit about this. It is a topwater bait. It's going to act like a dead fish, or a fish that's dying, I should say. So what happens is this bait has 3 treble hooks, and they all have feathers on the treble hooks. As you can see, it also has a lip here. So there's a little lip to draw it down in the water. There's where you tie it on. The bait sits like this in the water, and they're very sticky hooks. Sits like this, and as you crank it, it dives, I think, up to 2 feet, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can find the specs on that. I believe it was 2 feet, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not seeing it off the top here, but yeah, you pull it in, it's gonna dive. It's gonna give a little wobble action as it's diving, and it's gonna act like a dead fish. But there's your color on it. Oh, my fish is missing an eye on one side. That's interesting. Wonder if that was meant to be. You can see it's missing the eye right here. I think that was just a mistake, possibly. Anyways, there's your color. Again, the hooks are very sticky. So we're gonna put that back here, and that comes in at $9.99. So the water temperatures, you want the water temperatures to start getting around 40 to 50 degrees for topwater baits. And that's gonna be the best time to actually start working those. I need to test the water to see what kind of temperature it's at. I haven't been out there in a little bit, so when we get out there, we're gonna test that. Next thing in the box is the Baiwa Suspending Vibration, and this is this looks like a lipless crank, and it's called the Baiwa Suspending Vibe 70. It's in the silver lining color. Take this out of the box. And it's got one knocker in there, so pretty cool. There's the color of it. I like the little red and black eyes that's in it. There's the top. There's your bottom. Really nice bait. But yeah, it's going to be a It's gonna be another type of lipless crankbait. So as you go down, you know, they hear that one knocking noise, and that gives extra attention to the bait itself with the fish. So looking forward to that one. That one comes in also at $9.99. The next thing we have in the box is by ZMan. It's Leapfrog's Walking Frog. I think I have one of these. I'll have to go back and look. I don't know if I have this particular color. If I do, I'm going to include this in one of my giveaways coming up down the road. But it's the green leopard color. There's the ZMan Leapfrog's Walking Frog at $7.99. Yeah, I'll have to check that out and see if I have that. If I already have it, this one will go in a box to be given away sometime. My birthday's coming up, so I might do a birthday giveaway. Even though it's my birthday, I might give away a box of baits to one of you lucky winners. So stay tuned. See if there's a video coming up soon for that. Speaking of videos, you want to definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell on YouTube. That way you'll be alerted when I do post new videos. And I think I'm going to have a giveaway for my birthday. So it'll be coming up either at the end of this month or beginning of April. So stay tuned for that video and check it out. Watch how you can enter to win some great stuff. All right, that ZMan Leapfrogs, again, it was $7.99. Next thing in the box is the 10,000 fish cycle bait underspin. So here's that underspin that we talked about. What's cool about it is this underspin right here, because it's hooked onto like a chain link, it's going to do more of a back and forth erratic wobble to it. So it's going to give a different presentation instead of like a spinner or an underspin. I know it's called underspin, but it doesn't really spin around like some blades. This one just kind of erratically goes back and forth because of the chain link. So there you go. There's a closer look on that. This is in the chartreuse white color. It's a 3/0 hook. This goes for $6.99. The X Zone Lures Adrenaline Craws next at $5.99. So we have the 4 1/4 inch Adrenaline Call and Green Pumpkin Blue Flake. So X Zone makes some great baits. They always seem to do the job. So this one is definitely a nice bait to have. Let's take one out and we can take a sniff test and a closer look. All right, so it's just your basic plastic smell, but there's the bait. These are gonna detach right there, and as this is being pulled along like on a jig or something, these are gonna give some erratic action on the back end. The jig head will go up here. You can probably hook that as a Texas rig on that jig head. You could also hook it up as a Ned. So it doesn't have to go necessarily Texas rig. It could be a Ned rig as well. But there you go. It's got some blue flake in there. Really nice bait. X Zone Lures. Again, it's the Adrenaline Craw 4 1/4 inch. And they go for $5.99 for a 6-pack. All right, next thing is by Baiwa Scorpitail. It's by Baiwa Fishing Performance Company. It's called the Scorpitail. It's 4 inches. It's an 8-pack. It's in the green pumpkin color. Comes in a bag like this. What's unique about this is it has, like it says, it's a Scorpitail, so it has the scorpion type tail on it, which is right there. So that's on the end of it, the scorpion type tail. It does have some areas on it where you can place the hook inside. It's going to hide the weight. It's also going to hide the hook at the top. So it would hook up something like that, and then obviously this will wiggle around in the water. Again, you can hook this up probably Texas rig. You can hook it up as a Ned rig, and Ned rig, it would stand up. That'll probably just do a lot of action in the water. Pretty decent bait. I've never heard of this company before, Baiwa, but it looks good. And like I said, there are 8 of these in here, and they are 4 inches length in the green pumpkin color. So, and you know what? I did not give that the sniff test. Let me see. That's got a little bit of something in it. Might be garlic, maybe. It's not a strong garlic, but it does have a smell to it. But there you go. Again, that comes in at $5.99 for the 8 of them. Good deal there. Next thing we have is the Googan Squad Little Juicy Jig. So here's Googan Squad's jig. This particular one is 5/16 of an ounce, and it's in the Okeechobee Craw color. So there you go. There's the Googan Squad Little Juicy Jig. Nice jig. They have a weed guard at the top there. And they have blue and green pumpkin. Again, Okeechobee Craw color. So we might be able to potentially add this as a trailer to that. I might do that and see how it works. That scorpion tail will give it a really cool presentation. That comes in at $4.99. Next thing we have is by Heart Tackle. It's the Heart Tackle Finesse Justice Jig. So here we go. We have the Heart Tackle Justice Jig. This is a finesse jig. Looks like a sorted skirt. It doesn't really say a color on it, but it has some pretty cool colors. So let's take this out and get a closer look. There you go. There's the front of it. That's a decent swim jig. Has some really nice red eyes in there. Little weed guard that'll go down. Guard against the weed. Really nice colors. Looks like there's a little bit of yellow, a little bit of green. Maybe a little chartreuse in there. I think that's going to be a killer jig. Might have to fish that alone, but I might also put a trailer on it. Not sure which one I'm going to put yet. Again, maybe those Baiwas. I think they might go well with this, potentially. All right. The Heart Tackle Finesse Justice Jig goes for $4.89. So I'm going to put this one back in the box here so we don't lose it. If I can get the box all set again. I have to give that one a try. Again, never heard of that company before, but it looks like a really nice little jig. All right, and the last thing in my box is by Bruiser Baits. It's the Bruiser Baits Super Swimmer Junior. It's $2.99. There are 6 of these, and they're in the purple disco color. So we've received Bruiser Baits before. I don't think we got this color. I'll have to double check that, but this again is a little paddle tail. Basic plastic smell to it. It's got maybe a little more odor than just plastic, but there you go. There's your paddle tail. Nice little bait to hook on as a trailer. You can swim it alone as well if you want. It does have a place down below for your weight to sink into there. Nice little opening on the bottom of the belly. But there you go. That comes in at $2.99. Again, that's the Bruiser Baits Super Swimmer Junior. And that's all for the mystery tackle box. So now we're going to roll over here and get the Monsterbass box out. And we're going to check out what's inside. Actually, we're going to put everything back in the mystery tackle box first. All right, we're going to do that real quick. And then we're going to get the Monsterbass box going here so we can give you a look at that. Again, there's that Carl's mustache. kind of cool. You have to check that out, see what kind of contest they got rolling there. All right, so here we go with Monsterbass box. So in the Monsterbass box, we have again a pamphlet. Looks like Monsterbass is kind of doing the same thing Mr. Tackle Box is doing now. Is gives you a booklet with a whole bunch of information in here. What's really cool about this is it has lessons. So the lessons are going to go along with what bait is in the box. So we're going to actually see if we can do this by lessons. All right, the first lesson is Texas rigging basics. So there's going to be a hook, and there's going to be some kind of a bait in here to do some Texas rigging. So we'll get that information out, or we'll get that stuff out and show you what we got here for number one. So number one, here's the lesson. This is going to use the Strike King cutter worm. So that is these guys, and they're in a black and blue swirl. Open that up and give it a quick sniff test. Some of these baits are easy to open, some are not. All right. These have your regular Strike King smell to it. But there's the there's this bait right here. Pretty neat. That's the cutter worm. They talked about the Texas Rig Tungsten Kit. So we have that here. Here's a tungsten kit that they threw in a box. And we have some, looks like Mustad Ultra Point hooks here. So we can use that for the Texas rig. All right, number two. Let's see what they got going here. Again, it's the advanced Texas rig, so it's the hooks and the weight. And this one is also going to talk about one of the other baits we have in here, which is by Missile Baits. It's the Baby D-Bomb in the bougie color. So there's 6 of these in there. Have to open these up, see if there's any odor to it. A little bit, not overly powerful, but there you go. There's your bait. It's got some interesting little claws here. All right, that's the Missile Baits Baby D-Bomb. They're talking about pairing that up with the hooks and the Texas Tungsten Kit that they gave there. So they show you a little bit on that for the second one. For the third one, let's see what they got going on here. Okay, we got a little information about learning about Bill Dance, learn some information from him. Third one is a jig modification. So we have the cutter worm that we showed you, or the Baby D-Bomb, which we showed you. We're going to show you a jig. So we have a jig that they're sending along. This is looks like by Queen Tackle. This is a half ounce jig. It has a rattle head in it. It's hard to hear, but there is a rattle in there. This is the Emerald Pumpkin. So we're going to take the Strike King cutter worm, the Missile Baby D-Bomb, this jig, and what's cool is they added some additional tackle in here. So they have these blades to make your jig into basically a chatterbait type of style. So that's going to be cool to put that on. It tells you how to put the information, or how to hook it up to your jig. And they're saying that's the jig modification for lesson 3. Lesson 4 is the bottom composition matters. This one is a lipless crankbait that they have in here. And it looks like they're having the Yo-Zuri Rattlin' Vibe lipless crankbait. So we have the Rattlin' Vibe. It's a 1 knocker. It's 2 5/8 inches long, 5/8 of an ounce. And the color on here is Sexy Shad. So there you go. It does have a rattle in there. It's a 1 knocker. It does say 1 knock on the top as well, so that's pretty cool. But that's the bottom composition matters bait for lesson 4. Let's see what else we got now. Lesson 5 is selecting the perfect square bill color. So they have a square bill crankbait. This is the silent square bill, 2 3/4 of an inch. The weight is 7/16 of an ounce. It's the creamsicle color. So there you go, Monsterbass creamsicle color. Square bill. Nice little bait there. All right, and that looks like that's the last thing in the box, except for some additional papers. So we have the golden ticket as usual. This you get in your box every month. You take this, you listen to the Thursday night podcast, and there's numbers over here on this side. And if they call your number, you take a picture of yourself with this golden ticket, you send it into marketing@monsterbass.com, and you'll get yourself a nice little prize pack for having the golden ticket. The other thing is they always send a sticker. This month they sent the Dr. Krankenstein sticker. That's pretty cool. That'll go well along with the other sticker I got from Mr. Tackle Box. We'll put that on my tackle box where I keep all my baits and everything. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, this has been Fishing Bass NC. Let me tell you about this channel here. So again, I sure would appreciate if you would subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you're notified when I do post new videos like this. I told you at the beginning of this video, we're going to have another giveaway coming up for my birthday. I'm definitely going to do that. And there might be some of these baits in there and some additional baits that I still have that are brand new in the box. And if you ask last month's winners, I sent out 2 boxes last month. Both of those winners got, actually they got a bag, and I have another bag. I'll put all this stuff in a bag, and then I'll pack it up in a box so it doesn't get hurt in shipping. Anyways, if you ask those 2 winners, they got a lot of bait. They got some good bags. Each bag was valued at roughly $50, I believe, $50 or $60. I tried to stay in that price range roughly. So they got some good baits. Anyways, you can win baits like that by subscribing, hit the notification bell, watch for those videos, and enter those contests when I have them out there. Watch for other videos that are coming up soon. I'll have some fishing videos coming out real soon. Also, down in my description below, I have some social medias. So I have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube. So I'll have the 4 links for you down there. I sure would appreciate if you'd visit me out there on those links and follow me out there as well. We're going to do some individual lure giveaways coming up soon on Instagram and Twitter. So you'll want to make sure that you follow me and you subscribe or whatever you need to do. But check it out, okay? I'm going to have a couple links down in the description as well to how to get your mystery tackle box or Monsterbass box and hopefully save you a little money by getting one of these. And check those links out. Make sure you use those because that's how you're going to get your discount. It gives me a little bit of incentive to keep this channel going as well because I get just a little portion of the money that you spend. I get a little commission for these boxes. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's going to be the same price it would cost you whether you go through me or someone else or just by yourself. However, if you go through my links, you'll probably get some discounts as well. And I sure would appreciate it. So I hope you have a good time. Practice catch and release. That's the best way to do it. That way it gives everybody else another chance to fish for those baits or fish for those fish, I should say. And take a kid fishing. You know, take a kid fishing that hasn't been fishing at all. Or even if they've fished a little bit, but they're still not overly comfortable, take them fishing. I think they'll enjoy it. It'll be a neat skill they'll have for the rest of their life. So, and they'll always remember that too. Anyways, this is Fishing Bass NC. Thanks for watching this video. Spread the word, spread the love, catch and release, and I'll catch you next time.